Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Football Manager 2022 as we continue our Journeyman Glory Hunter run, now officially starting our 5th season of this challenge. Today we'll be doing the season review, the end of season review of an excellent season with AVANGARD KURSK, as well as obviously doing any transfers or anything like that for either AVANGARD KURSK or our new team. We'll find out together in this episode. Let's get right into it and see how the season ended up. All right, here we are. AVANGARD KURSK end of season review. The new arrivals. Had quite a few guys. Obviously, Rob Harker, Mr. Rob Harker, signing of the season, I would hope. Excellent stuff from him. And they're very disappointed in the deal to sign up Rob Harker. What? I think his wage is too high. Hey, he did what we got to get done. I think they're wrong. Sorry, board. You're wrong. Makanduev getting an A+, Voronkov getting a C, Sukhanov getting an A+, Kakoev getting an F. Oof. Stroyer getting an A. So a little bit of mixed results. We either did really good on our transfers according to the board, or we just completely did terrible. Georgie was a bad one. I mean, truth be told, I'm happy with all of it because it worked out. Would have been nice to get, 1 or 2 more points in the league and get the win outright, but we still got promoted and it was good enough. And we honestly didn't overspend our budget. We were actually until the very end. Well, that I think in January when I started bringing a few more guys in, we played it very conservative on the budget overall. Anybody out that they just really were upset about, or anybody I would have been upset about? I don't think so. Martinov would have been good to keep around, but honestly, everybody else was pretty much okay. So I'm pretty happy with the way things were. Obviously, Lund's out. A couple of these guys did pretty decently for themselves. We'll see. All right, season results. Final position was officially 3rd. Of course, Spartak M2 does not get to go anywhere, but would have been nice to at least beat them and get the proper 2nd, but it is what it is. And A+ from the board. They were delighted. Obviously, competition's up. Score. Rob Harker here for us. Cup, we didn't go very far. I didn't really care, to be honest. The cup was what it was. Knocked out in the 4th round. No big deal. Anything else here we want to see? Nothing here that I can see. Moments to remember. Biggest win was our 5-1 win against Kamaz, who Kamaz then turned around and beat Ufa, which got us into this promotion, which was pretty interesting. So the fact that we could beat a team that beat the team that was below us says a lot. Match to remember, Neftekimik, obviously, that was a great one. Rob Harker picking up a hat trick in that game. Goal of the season came from, in a 3-3 draw against Sokol, Dietz picking up a 90th minute goal here. Still wish we could click on it directly, but for whatever reason, we cannot. We'll come over here. And can we see this goal by itself? I see it still won't click into that one goal by itself. We'll just watch the goals. Weird little design effect there. I mean, there's 6 goals in this game. Do we really want to watch all 6? I don't know. In a game that was a draw at the end of the day. It's a good goal. Here comes another goal for Sokol. It's a pretty good goal too. And then did we get one back? Nope, they get one next. So they go up 2-1 here. Power goal. That we might be about to see the goal of our season, but that was probably the goal of the game. Even better than the goal we're going to have. They went 3-1 up, and then we came back and drew this one. There's a corner kick. Vorpev. Harker. Oh, yeah. One of his many corner headers in. And then here comes the one from Dietz. This is Dietz back here, isn't it? Yeah, I was going to say, this is him back here. Ah, nice goal. Nice goal for sure. Very good stuff from the team overall, and that was good from some of these players that don't normally score a lot of goals to see them picking up a few here and there. All right, so that's that. And finances, not great, although club reputation has gone up a little bit. That's great to see. Hopefully we get a bit more money being in the top league now. Merchandise sales, shirts sold, Galjan, Yusupov, Harker, Georgie, and Klimov. How we lined up. For a lot of the season, we were in this 4-4-2 diamond. But as you guys obviously know, we ended up finishing in a 4-3-3 defensive midfielder wide formation, which honestly, both of these formations worked well for us. Should we have stuck with this one? Was it good? Should we have switched to the other one earlier? Hard to say. they both had a lot of really good stuff going for us, and some slips here and there as well. I think it was good that we switched. I think this one held us out for the first half of the season, got us in position, and I think the other one kind of closes out for us. So I think they were both really good formations overall. And the accolades. Rob Harker, fans player of the season. Young player of the season was Sukhanov. Signing of the season was Voronkov. Okay, fair enough, I guess. Goal of the season with Dietz. Top goal scorer, of course, Rob Harker. Most assists with Vorpev with 17 assists. Most player of the match award 6 from Harker. Highest average rating 7.4 from Harker. And Sarah Mooten picking up a bunch of passes there. Record breakers, Harker getting the record for goals by a player in a season. By league goals in a player in a season as well. Most goals by a player in a match was Rob Harker. Well, 3. I mean, yeah, okay. A hat trick. We've seen that before. Most assists was 17. That's interesting. Overall, good play from everybody. Pretty happy with all of that. Competition awards, we didn't get anything because we didn't do that well in the competition, as expected. Anything else we need to look at here before we cut out? I don't think so. I think that's all I was going to show for now. I mean, if any rewards come out, I might come back here early. But expect me to come back with doing some transfers. We're going to have to start transfers for this team. We don't know that we can move on. But we're hoping. So we'll see. You guys will learn today whether we move on or whether we stay. And let's get to it. I'll be right back with some news. I forgot to show you guys the overall 11. We did get a few players put into the top 11 here. Rob Harker was the pick of the 5 players that joined in. 28 appearances, 24 goals. He's actually the best striker for this team now. 1 season in here, and he's already in here as the best striker. That's impressive. That is absolutely impressive. Kakuev, Georgie, Dietz, and Moss. Moss is in here as well. Georgie looks like he's on the bench, right? Yeah, he's down here as a substitute. And then Kakuev is... There he is. So 2 players actually making their way into the number 1 team. I think the big surprise, not surprise, but just an impressive thing here is Harker with his first season in. But very good stuff there overall. Nothing really to see here. Seasonal performance. We're up here in the high-scoring, aggressive shooting, right there with Spartak Moscow. There's Ufa and there's Veles. So we're up there with the big boys. And then as far as defensive efficiency, quiet defense, leaky defense, fair enough. Veles, that was the big thing going for Veles. They had a really impenetrable defense. So good for them. I'll come back to this in a minute, although I'm probably just going to accept it as is. Repair the club's financial damage. Fight bravely against relegation. Sounds pretty good to me, honestly. I'm not going to make any changes to that because, for one, I'm not expecting to be here. But if we are, oh well. Nothing to see here. Apparently our staffing numbers are changing. Get an extra coach. We get an extra performance. Wait, 2 more performance analysis. That's interesting. And then we'll do a weekly staff meeting here in a minute. All right. We'll be back again with any more news. All right. We are back. And today is day 1 of the new season. And as you can see, we are still with AVANGARD KURSK. I applied to quite a few jobs, I would say. Probably about 12, maybe 10, 12, something like that. I mean, I was being pretty picky because I was not going anything below like 2nd level league of any of the main nations. We did get 1 job interview that did not result in anything. And some pretty high profile jobs came up that unfortunately also did not go anywhere. So it is what it is. We are still here. Nothing we can do about that. We'll just do the best we can this year and really hope that we can get something next year. If we can avoid relegation this year, hopefully that's enough to give us the boost that we need. I'd also really like to get another coaching badge, but they just seem to completely adamant about not giving us anything. The other problem that we've got right now is that our finances are pretty rough. I mean, the wage budget they gave us is just nothing. Absolutely nothing. In fact, can we even see where we rank in relation to the rest of the leagues? The rest of the teams in this league, I should say. We want to look for down here. So transfer spend, we are, well, I mean, we got some money back. So I guess we're whatever. Salary, though, is really probably what we want to look at. I mean, we're ahead of Veles and Chaika, who both just came up with us. Other than that, though, the next closest person is almost double, actually more than double, our current salary. And, of course, Spartak Moscow, Zenit, all those guys are just ridiculously higher than our salary. I mean, like, it's like, what, 20 times our salary? Something like that. It's pretty crazy to see the differences here, but we'll do the best we can. I mean, there's 4 teams two teams that get relegated, 2 teams that go for playoffs. We just got to beat these. We got to beat Velis, we got to beat Chaika. Maybe we can beat Torpedo Moscow, Krylia Sovetov, something like that. If we can be in the, above those bottom 4 teams, then we stave off relegation, and then maybe that helps our finances next year or something like that. We'll see. Or at least gives me enough kind of notches in my belt to say, hey, let's go on to something else that's bigger and better and whatever. I was really hoping to get another job, as you guys probably know, but it is what it is. We might keep our eyes on the market as the season progresses. If somebody gets fired from a job halfway through the season, kind of like we came to AVANGARD KURSK halfway through the season, then that might be our way out as well. As far as transfers, it's been pretty boring. Not a lot ended up happening. We tried. I got transfers in, I got all sorts of stuff in. There's just nobody that was worth anything. And then we just didn't have that much money to get anybody. So we've got 2 guys in here, as you can see. I think I got 1 guy. Nope, these guys all came in before. So no, it's just the 2 guys. Wow. I thought I had one more guy coming in. We got Kovalev here. Konstantin Kovalev comes in. I did renew a couple loans. That's what it was. I renewed a couple loans. Plus a few guys wanted some contract increases that dug into our finances a bit as well. Kovalev comes in here as a guy that can play on the right-hand side. He can actually play quite a few places, but primarily as a defender on the right-hand side, just to give us another good, solid backup. He comes in here from... oh, no, he loaned... This is the guy that extended the loan. I thought the loan extensions were in a different one. Of course I know Kovalev. I'm sorry. I apologize for not remembering who Kovalev was. I was like, wait a minute. That's right. He was on loan. We got him in on a transfer. That's the story. I'm sorry. It's been a bit of a blur of just like boringness for the transfers thing. And I forgot who did what where. And the reason is I thought I had another guy come in here, but I guess we've only gotten 1 guy other than getting him off of, he was loaned. Now he's actually here full time. So there you go. There's 1. And then Valerio comes in here. He can play as midfield or defensive midfielder. 3.5 star current ability. It could be as high as 4 stars. And, played pretty decently for Nims in France, or Nims 2, I should say, in France last season, which is actually one of the teams we applied for. Not the second team, but the main team. We applied for them, but that didn't go anywhere. But anyway, so we got him in here. That's it. As far as people that notably that have left, Kiselev left, Tymintsev left. Oh, he's out on loan. I mean, not really a lot going on. Pretty boring, like I said. Actually, if you go look at free transfers or release players, maybe. Tekachev and Tereshkin both left on a free transfer. They didn't want to re-sign a contract anyway, so they just kind of left at the end of their contract. So really, like I said, not a lot going on. It's really, I mean, what are you going to do? It is what it is. But today is the first game of the new season. Torpedo Moscow is the first team we play. Then we'll play Dynamo Moscow. So a couple of Moscow teams. Going to be probably a pretty tough set of games. Honestly, all these games are going to be tough, quite frankly. The only teams that we're going to be able to even have a chance against are Velis and probably Krylia Sovetov, Chaika. I mean, guys like that are about the only teams we're going to have a chance against. The rest of these guys, it's going to be pretty tough. I'm going to try out maybe a slightly different formation just because of the way kind of some of the guys look. We might try this. I might go back to the other formation again, but I'm kind of tempted to play around with this one a little bit, see if this one does anything for us. But that's that. I mean, pretty short transfer special because there's not a lot that has happened. And like I said, our finances are just, we're done. Like there's nothing else for us to do here. So I'm really hoping we get off to a halfway decent start. I mean, we just got to stave off relegation. So that's all we got to focus on. We're going to lose a lot of games, but I mean, we got to hope that we draw enough and win a couple to stave off some form of a relegation. So that is that. I mean, I'm sorry not to be so very upbeat, but it's kind of was just a bit of a letdown. I mean, I've been sitting here for the last couple hours, probably about an hour and a half since the last episode, or the beginning of this episode that we recorded, just trying to work through, job, things that are going through that. We only got 1 interview, and then just trying to look for guys that we could bring in. Just nobody was interested. We couldn't get anybody in at a good price. Just been pretty rough all in all. We had a couple guys that I thought I was going to bring in on loan. They said no. So it's just, what are you going to do, right? I mean, what are you going to do? So that is what it is. I do appreciate you guys watching, though. Hopefully the next episode starts off with a really good start. I'll get recording on that right away. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.